CI Mid. So this is a new mid-length design from Channel Islands, and it's kind of been designed by Brit Merrick in collaboration quite heavily with Devon Howard. They've just set out to make a really classy mid-length that's going to perform in a wide range of conditions and really blend that classic kind of mid-length glide with modern day performance. They've gone back into the archive, looking through some of the old CI templates to kind of give it this really clean, kind of nice classic outline. But then there's quite a few features on this board that just elevate the performance of this mid-length to kind of something that you wouldn't expect. It turns really well, it generates tons of speed, tons of glide, and really allows for kind of a more critical approach in the pocket than you're going to get on a lot of mids on the market. So looking at the board, it's quite a low entry rocker. It's got a nice amount of width, nice amount of thickness through the kind of front of the board, but it then sweeps into this really nicely refined tail, and kind of what Brits call a double barrel concave on the bottom, which these factors combined just give you something that paddles great, catches waves easily. Then that kind of double barrel concave gives you loads of lift, loads of speed. It's quite unusual for the bottom shape on a mid-length of this style, and this is something that's given it that extra level of performance. That and this really nicely pulled in, refined tail, these nice refined rails, just allow you to kind of put this board on a rail it's going to hold, and it gives you a lot more kind of scope for performance in the pocket than you're going to get on a lot of other mid-length boards. When it comes to fin setup, it's designed to work as a 2+1, and Brit and the guys at CI have teamed up with True Aims to make a kind of a fin setup for this board, so a 2+1 fin set, and that's going to be the ideal kind of fins to run this board with. Works really well. The side bites just give you that extra little bit of hold, extra bit of bite, but you still get that kind of classic mid-length feel. Overall, I'd just say this is a really kind of classic, clean outline that's also going to give you that crisp performance and hold where you want it. You can really put these boards on a rail, they perform well in the pocket, and they're going to work in a really wide range of conditions. So they're designed to give you that performance in kind of like shoulder-high surf, but also they can be used in kind of bigger, open kind of walls, you know, up to like double overhead. You see footage of a lot of the CI teams surfing in some quite solid waves, and these boards look like they go really, really well in that too. When it comes to size, I would say that depending on what you're going to want from the board will depend on what size you go for. If you're going to go for one of the bigger boards, you're going to get tons more glide, a lot more paddle power, a lot more of that cruisy, classic mid-length feel. If you want something with a bit more performance in the pocket, maybe keep the length down. The shorter ones are definitely going to allow for a more critical approach in a kind of steeper section, and yeah, in and around the pocket. The bigger ones with that extra rail length going to give you that more glide, that more kind of mid-length cruisy feel. The short one's definitely going to give you a bit more of that performancey feel as well. If you've got any questions on the board, feel free to drop us a message, pick up the phone, give us a call at the shop anytime.